Rhythm number 34 is not finished with diminished. The reason we're not finished with is because there's more to talk about. There's actually quite a bit to talk about with diminished chords, but I don't want to get, too bogged down with them because I just want you to kind of see them, hear them, learn some fingerings, and put them in some examples that I think you're going to be able to use really quickly. So we're not finished. Let's get started with diminished. Well, I'm throwing a lot more at you in this example, but I'm keeping the rhythm sort of tamed down. I didn't want to do too much at one time because we're introducing some new moves. What's cool is when you start to do these half-step moves, you get some new chord voicings. You can see how at this point up to the 34th example, we're really able to stretch out a little bit. So what we're going to do is start on tried and true A7th bar, and I keep going back to that because it's super good. There's nothing wrong with that. It works out really well. But you'll see in the first bar, 1, and then we're going to do a half-step slide from above the D9. So it's D sharp 9 to the D9. And then we're going to go do a G sharp 9 to an A9. Now, if you've skipped ahead to 34 from lick number 1, you're going to be lost. Or from rhythm number 1, you're going to be lost. But if you've been paying attention thus far and getting all these shapes, this should all make sense. A7 bar, half step down, half step up. Then my favorite guy, A7/E, half step again to that D9. Now we're going to do a new diminished shape. And it's nice because it stays right in the middle of the guitar like I like so much. It's a D sharp diminished 7. Here's your D sharp, A, C, and F sharp. What's great about those notes is they're all sort of in this A blues world. We'll talk a little bit about what diminished chords really are made up of, but for now, know that we're going from a D to a D sharp diminished 7. And the reason we're using that is because that next chord we're going to use starts with an E in the bass, and it's that A7/E that I like. Look how cool that is. Now, the next twist in the equation is we're going to play F sharp 7, sharp 9. If you played some Hendrix tunes, you know what that chord is. So we're not even going to go that far into it quite yet. But the reason this is cool and it's a blues rhythm is because you'll see what's called a 1-6-2-5 progression. We talked about the 2-5 a bit. We just touched on it. And this is the 6. So we'll get into that in a second, but I wanted to play this rhythm with the diminished chord and all that good stuff too. F sharp 7, sharp 9. So it's, remember there's that 7th chord shape that we've been using so much, and we add that 9. Like if that was an F sharp 9, it would be that. But to make the 7 sharp 9, we just raise that note. Got it? Okay, move on to the 2. A B minor 7, full-on jazz B minor 7. I know you're gonna dig that. We ripped it apart earlier and played that, but I figured, what the heck? Let's put a nice meaty version of that one in there. Then the E9, and then the 1-6-2-5 turnaround. 1, 6, F sharp 7, sharp 9, B minor 7, 2, E9. Again, that's 1. We're stretching out, but we're still playing the blues. Give it a shot.